Welcome to the Jill on Money Coronavirus Market Update. It is Sunday, April 19th. I just said to Mark, what's going on today? What should I talk about? And he goes, well, you know what today is? You're making your sauce today, because I said that I was going to be cooking something a little bit more time consuming every weekend during this pandemic. I'm starting to do that with a little more regularity. Mark sent me his very special recipe for red sauce with a little pork. And so that's what the Jewish girl's going to tackle. Pretty good, huh? All right. I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for listening. This is the program that tries to take the mystery out of your financial life during normal times. Right now, we're trying to hold your hand, lift you up, and smack you down when you're being stupid. Okay? Well, not that you're really stupid, but when you're being, how shall we say, silly. We'd love to hear from you. Send us an email, askjill@jillonmoney.com. Holly writes that she heard me on the radio and she thought I was great. That's nice. Question: I have credit card debt of $4,000. Is it better to have debt consolidation on a new card or apply for a small loan through a bank? Thank you, Holly. Well, I think that what you could do is, first of all, I don't think you need debt consolidation necessarily. What's the interest rate on this credit card? Number one. Number two, do you have any other money that you could use to actually help pay this off? Could you apply for a small installment loan through an online lender? Sure, but we need some more information. It depends what the alternatives are. It depends how quickly you think you can pay off the debt. Give us a little bit more info and we'd be happy to help you out. Okay, Anna writes, she says, I'm a big fan of your podcast. I've benefited from your advice. My company recently started offering a Roth 403b option starting in January of this year, in addition to the traditional. Last year, I contributed to the traditional. I decided to start contributing to the Roth in January to start the 5-year clock for qualified distributions. However, when I checked my account, I noticed that both the pre-tax and Roth contributions are in the same account. Ay, ay, ay. Should I try to split the pre-tax and post-tax amounts in separate accounts? Yes, because it becomes very difficult to convince the IRS that these are separate monies. So you really would be better to have your plan provider split these accounts, because otherwise I think it's going to be an accounting nightmare and you're going to be held to that. Most importantly, the real issue is that the IRS is probably going to look at that account and say, we think it's all pre-tax money. You owe us tax on the back end. So I would try to get that settled up as quickly as I possibly could. Alex writes, should I convert to a Roth IRA to take advantage of the down market? Yes, 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 for sure. I think that that's one of the best possible outcomes of the down market, is that you can now look at your account and you can say, I might be able to convert this. Maybe if you're not making as much money this year, your tax bracket remains low. Just be sure that you have the money to pay the tax due with assets outside of the retirement account. Don't forget, that's really important, you guys. Dawn writes, we have inherited $100,000. I'm a homemaker. My husband's job is secure. We have $750,000 in our 401ks and IRAs combined. We own our home, got 20 grand in savings. Here's what they're planning to do. They want to put half of it into the market. Would this be a good time? What do you suggest? 49 years old. They've got 2 kids in high school. We plan to send them to local college using 25 grand we have in 529 plans. Thanks for your thoughts. I think that as long as you don't need this inherited money anytime soon, then sure, you can pop it into an index fund. You can put it into maybe 2 different index funds. So if you took half of it, let's say, sounds like we're talking about 50 grand. You could take half of it and put it in a stock index fund, half in a bond index fund. But whatever you put into the market, whether it's the bond market, the stock market, the real estate market, anything like that, whatever you think you might need anytime soon, you keep outside of this account, right? Whatever you put into the market, you're saying is a long-term commitment. It is essentially you saying, I'm putting this money to work for the next 10 years, 20 years, hopefully. So if you can do that, that's great. And if you need help with where to go, you just let us know. Okay, here is a follow-up from Karen. who was asking about whether she should use an advisor from Fidelity in their wealth management services for a fee of 0.89%. She followed up because I said, I need to know more about you. She's single. She wants to retire in 5 years. She's going to have a pension, which will be a nice big fat pension, by the way. It looks like about $4,000 a month or a lump sum of almost $700,000. She writes, I have an emergency fund, 70,000. I've got a small car loan paid off in a year, mortgage with 15 years left. I would wait as long as possible for Social Security benefits. No credit card debt. The question remains, do I roll over my target date account to another IRA within Fidelity, a managed account? Mark, I know this sounds crazy. I don't think she needs to do this. I think that they look at the money, they scrub all the data. They look at the money that's sitting in your account, and what do they see? Their eyes start popping like ding, ding, ding. And they say, well, we can convert this person. What's the easiest sale to make? A sale is a new service to an existing client. And that's you, Karen. I say skip it. Just keep the target date fund. It's fine. It's completely fine. Or you could even just go to a robo or go to use a couple of index funds, but I don't think you need to be paying 0.9% for these services. Yeah, right. Mark said, if anything, maybe just do a more conservative target date fund. I have to say that this to me is one of those cases where what you have will serve you just fine. Okay? Just keep it simple. You're doing a great job. So if you want more conservative, you can put some money in cash. You can also just take a target date fund that targets a date that's closer to the time that we are in right now, right? So I think you're in great shape. Save yourself the 0.9% each year. All right. So here we go. That's it. That's the program. And we thank you so much for listening. And if you have any questions, all you have to do is send us an email. That's it. Ask Jill at JillOnMoney.com. Ask Jill at JillOnMoney.com. And you can go to our website at any time. There you'll find resources. You'll look at TV clips. You can find old shows, all sorts of stuff. So what you really need to know is Mark and I want to hear from you. We want to help you out. We understand these are very difficult times. So if you need anything, please just don't hesitate. This is what we are doing to try to help you guys out. So have a good Sunday. This is going to be kind of a weird week data-wise. I don't think a lot's going to be happening. Some home sales numbers, but obviously they're not going to be very good. Who knows what the market's going to do? Again, don't worry about the market day to day, week to week. Just don't, okay? In our minds here, we are long-term investors. We don't care. We don't care. We don't have an opinion. Is that good enough for you? It's good enough for me. All right. Take a walk today. Do something for yourself. Do a little cooking. So now, that being said, take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. Lift someone else up. And you're entitled to feel a little bad about whatever you're going through right now. It's okay. You don't have to be apologetic. We know that you are mostly grateful for what we all have. Okay? So have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for listening.